Sometimes even that's the hardest part though, right? It's like we've been told for so long growing up as a child who you have a parent who desires to protect you in a very crazy and chaotic world. And so you grow up being protected and you lose your sense of identity through that protection. So how do you even begin to know who you are when you grew up not knowing who you are? So there are those foundational steps, like where do I even start? How do I even take that first step? And I know, having looked at many of your resources through Earth and Cup, you have many of those. You have many points of entry for someone to walk in and feel comfortable, whether that's through faith, through multiple points of faith, or through self-care. Can you talk to us about some of those and how you came upon that? Giving them, okay, I'm going to meet you where you are, and then help you see what else is available.
Yeah, I can just give you my own personal journey. So I found myself over 10 years ago. I had practiced yoga earlier in my life, and I found it helpful, found it physically helpful. Most of us, that's where we enter into yoga or Tai Chi. It's for the physical benefits, the exercise, the flexibility, the strengthening. And I found myself needing really more in my spiritual life. And I started incorporating my prayer life, and I would add that into movement. And I found myself meditating more, finding more silence and stillness, found that just calmed my whole body down and allowed me to be present in a way that was helpful. And it just calmed my nervous system, calmed my body down, and allowed me to access that even when I was in a challenging situation. So I started that journey incorporating my prayer life in with my movement, and that developed over a period of time. And then really when COVID hit, it was like, oh, we're back there again. Okay. And I had started learning about, as you go through your yoga trainings, you learn about dinacharya, self-care, daily habits, all those things. But I was finding myself, I really need to start putting these into practice. And one thing I discovered, I just started drinking water. It sounds so simple, but I would drink water, and I added the lemon and added hot water, and it changed my life. Just drinking water. It sounds insane, but I did. I'm now, I try to drink at least a thermos a day, 2 thermoses sometimes. But that tells me how dehydrated I am. And what I realized was that all of some digestive issues that I had in my 20s, my early 30s, a lot of that I think was just really related to having a dysregulated system, not knowing how to deal with stress, and having a regular daily practice of hydration. I think I was dehydrated for a long time and just didn't really, I wasn't really aware of it. And now that's been helpful. And as well as the, self-massage. Again, it sounds really simple and easy, but I start my yoga students on Wednesday mornings. Every time we get ready for our final relaxation in class, I'm like, okay, get out your massage oil or your lotion. Massage oil is better, but use what you have. And we just have a hand massage, and I teach them how to do a hand massage. And some of the brave, I invite them to do foot massage. Haven't had many takers on that. 3 years we've been doing it, but for myself, I try to do that before I go to sleep at night. It's just, I don't know. As I've started doing it, it's grounding, it's centering. It helps me sleep better, and my whole body just finds more calm and ease. Ayurveda recommends tongue scraping, food and nutrition, more plant-based diet, and that depends on the seasons. Eating seasonal vegetables. There's so many wonderful things that we can do that are easy to access, and it helps build resilience in our body, helps us take care of ourselves so that we can be present with those around us.
100%. And I know we had talked about breath and how important breath is, just like water.
Yeah.
We forget that everything works better when it's hydrated. Like if your car runs out of oil, you're not going to get very far.
No, right. And that water is a lubrication for all of our joints, for just the fluid of, everything moving in the body and the brain. Everything works better when we're properly hydrated. And I think so many people don't realize they're just not getting the right kind of hydration. So that's one of the first things that I get up in the morning and I do that. And then, then my breath practice and meditation.
Yeah, it's the same with airflow. And, hydration doesn't include like coffee, because coffee actually dehydrates us.
Right.
Right. Yes. So I've had so many people say, but I drink 5 cups of coffee a day. And I'm like, well, good for you. You're well caffeinated. Doesn't mean you're well hydrated. So these are things that, you begin to learn throughout the process.